Hey everybody, welcome back to Minecraft. I'm Joe Mama, your host, and if you take a look behind me, you're going to see this doorway with this very Art Deco looking style. And I'll tell you what, it's made of limestone, put some limestone together, and I'm really liking the way that looks. But I'm thinking that that's going to be the overall look that we're going to give our water, I want to say hydroelectric plant, but that's really bad. It is hydro, but there's no actual electric power. It stays as rotational energy, just like in a dam. Well, in a dam you make rotational energy from water and then you convert it to electricity. In this case, we're not actually converting it, and it's not actually a dam. But if you take a look at that style, man, I'm really liking it. I am not a builder by any stretch, certainly not a very stylish one, but man, that Art Deco style, I'm liking the way that looks. I really like it. If you've ever been to the Hoover Dam, you know that that style is pretty prevalent in the architecture. So, actually, you know what? Let me take a look at something right now. I just thought, okay, yeah, the tree has grown. Okay. I want to check and see if this works. I planted a jungle tree. Now, obviously, this isn't going to work like your typical tree cutter does because this is a bigger trunk. So let's see if we can do this. I wanted to try this and see if it works. If it will do the create mod tree cutting thing if I just remove 3 of the 4 trunks, leaving the 1 remaining. And let's take a look. If I do that... Do I have to keep turning it? I don't know. Is that gonna work? Yes, no, maybe so? Doesn't seem to be, does it? It doesn't seem to be working, does it? Okay, so if then I can sneak and go the other way. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's try that. Boom. That was the whole tree, right? And now that it's not moving... Oh, yeah. Oh, whoa. 17 jungle saplings? That's a lot. Was it... What the heck was that? Was it that much? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, well, whatever. You know what? I'll take it. So it's working. Good. Time to sweep. Okay. So now that we know that that works... Oh, yeah. Oh, duh. First of all, let's do a couple of things. Let's put the piston back where it goes, and let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and let's go There we go. And now let's put the saplings back along with the jungle wood. There we go. Okay, so when that grows up again, we'll cut it. Okay, so let's take a walk into our dam and I'll show you what's going on. Alright, if you look at this, I've already built the first layer, okay? Just to give you an idea what's going on, here's the big hole. This will be where the dam is. You can see up there. You take a look up there, you can just make out how the... I was playing with some pillars up there to see how the Art Deco would look on the outside. Anyway, let's go top side. This ladder, very primitive compared to what we're trying to do here. Okay, so you can start to see what we're trying to do here. You can see the first layer of our power plant, and there's going to be 5 additional layers. Now, each layer down there, let's see, you got, I mean, both layers together, but we're considering it a first layer, is 26 by 8. So there's basically 2 13 wheel long sections. It's wheel long, really long. So yes, each of these sections right here is 13 wheels, but you see they're basically paired up because it's in the same layer. We're going to call it 26, and there's 8 of those pairs of wheel groups. And so 8 times 26, can't do the math off the top of my head, but I can tell you that the total number of wheels is going to be around 1,300 wheels. And I anticipate that they're going to produce 256 apiece. That's the arrangement we're going to go for. 256 stress units apiece, and there's going to be 1,300 of them, which is going to come to a little over 300,000 stress units are going to be possible in this power plant. So that's going to be pretty awesome, and I have to believe it's going to be more than enough to do what we want to do. And I do believe, if we take a walk over here, I think that our factory is going to be built. Oh geez, of course, couldn't go far without these guys being around, I swear. But yes, I think in this direction it's nice and flat, and I think it's going to give us a good place to start building our factory. So I think this power plant is perfectly located for that to happen. Let's also take a look at a couple of other things, because what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do a time lapse and build this thing. But I've got some materials set up here. I've got a couple of wheels there, but I've actually... Where did I put them? Oh yeah, I've been making wheels, and I've got some gearboxes and some other things we're going to need. But let me just preface this by saying a couple of things. First of all, let's see if I can even do this. Okay, let's descend the ladder. Notice there's no shafts connecting anything right now. I have never put a bank of wheels together like this before without holding off on putting the shafts in. In other words, I've never just like put the shafts connecting these in place and then poured the water on it. I don't know what will happen if it'll actually break shafts, as some of the wheels are producing more power than others and higher RPMs. So I'm not even going to do that. We'll put all the shafts in once everything is constructed and we're ready to, and water is flowing across all the wheels. But I will show you what I'm up to here. If you look, did I actually set up a way to get up here? No, I didn't actually. Okay, well, if you look, I've got the shafts coming up here and they go behind the ladder, and that's how these two groups sync together. And we'll put meters on them and everything, all that, so you can see exactly what the output is. But let's take a look around here. Just for gits and shiggles, honestly, I put some glass here so that when water is flowing, this will be kind of an interesting little view, I think, to be able to look into the sides of the power plant. And I mean, think power industry. You know, you want visibility on what's going on, and I did the same thing at the other end. So it's not unheard of. I think it's going to be kind of cool, but I really think this is going to be awesome, because all the way to the top, these are going to be glass walls along with gearboxes, and with all the shafts in there slowly turning, I think it's going to give a nice look. And maybe we'll deck this out with some better decoration, and then we'll think about how we're going to cap it. And the way we cap this thing, I think, is going to fall in line with the Art Deco appearance. And I really like it. I mean, not a huge fan of Art Deco itself, but the influence that it had on architecture, on all kinds of industries like automotive, rail, and aviation especially, just really looks awesome, I think. So, I mean, so maybe I am a fan of it. I don't know. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. And I think we will go ahead and get our supplies, and we'll go ahead and, I think, get started on building this thing. So here goes nothing. Okay. Well, that just about completes construction, I'd say, at least for now, of the power production part of this power plant. I wasn't able to record it all. The replay mod is great, but this sort of, I won't say pirated version, but this cobbled together version that happens to work with Forge, which wasn't the way it was originally designed, has been working awesome. But it does have its bugs, and I was told that from the beginning. And the had some weirdness when it tried to, like at the end when you're done recording and you close out the game, it actually it goes through and records and saves your replay file. And I don't think it was done saving when I closed the game, and it hung up. And when I closed the game, it actually killed my recording of the construction of the interior of this area between the water wheels. So you didn't get to see the construction of all this great copper pipes and pumps and whatnot. But oh well, such is life. But it's here. It's here. They're not doing anything. They're just here for gits and shiggles. They're here for looks, and I think it looks great. It adds so much to the interior, I'd say. Also, notice the lanterns. So I'd like your opinion. What do you think looks better? The soul lanterns here? I mean, I like blue light. I have always liked blue light as a kid. I think it looks cool. I love blue neon lights, and just for some reason, I just like it. Blue's my favorite color. But I don't know. It doesn't seem to hold the same. It doesn't hold to the same motif like the yellow traditional lanterns do. I don't know. But anyway, your opinions, and you can see the way it rendered. I used shaders. I actually, if you notice, I used shaders to do the time lapse, and oh my gosh, they look great. But you know, look at all of the surfaces on these water wheels and everything. Look at all the veins. I think there was just absolutely no way I could actually play the game with a create mod going and shaders. It just wasn't happening. There was so much that the shaders, the shading engine, whatever, had to render, and I think it just was absolutely overwhelmed. To say that I was getting 1 frame per second is probably a huge stretch. I was probably getting a frame every couple seconds. It was the worst slideshow ever. So I could only do it for rendering. I certainly couldn't play the game that way. But yeah, so let me know what you think of these blue lights. Also, did I do something on the front entrance? I thought I had put a blue lantern on the front entrance as well. Maybe I didn't, as I was playing around. Yeah, there you go. What do you think? What do you think is better, the yellow or the blue? I like blue, but I'm kind of leaning toward the yellow. That just, as far as Minecraft goes, the blue just, it isn't the same in this application. Or maybe blue just doesn't work for a lantern, you know? Maybe it's more fitting for a fluorescent light or something like that, which would be great in this application, because this is supposed to be very industrial, not medieval. These torches have got to go. They will go. A different lighting source will be used. Same in here. Obviously this isn't decorated as well as it could be, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys exactly what was happening with all this. Okay, so let's talk numbers. Actually, let's take a look at there. Okay, yes, good. Let's talk numbers. So I've got the stress meter here, and where was I going to put it? I was going to put it right, there we go. So there's the stress meter, and where's the actual meter itself? Is it down here? Huh, well that's weird. Where's the meter? Like, this thing's supposed to have a meter on it. Where's the actual meter? Is that supposed to be it? I don't know. Anyway, so, but if you look at it with the glasses, you can see that it's not up there, it's not there, it's not there, certainly not on the other side. That's just weird. So, if you look at that, you see we get a total of 308,736 stress units that are available to us. Sounds like a lot. But the crazy thing is, if you do the math of 13 water wheels times 256 stress units apiece. So each of these rows right here, each of these groups of water wheels, there's 13 in the group. And there are, on this first layer, there are 16 groups. So 8 on each side. So 13 times 8 times 2, that gives you how many stress units, or how many water wheels are on this layer. And then multiply that by 6 layers, and that should tell you the total number of water wheels. And the short answer is, the math tells me that to multiply the number of water wheels, which is a little over 1,200, by 256, and you're going to get 319,488 stress units. We are clearly about 10,000 short of that number. Now, I took the difference. Okay, we're short by exactly 10,752 stress units. And I divided that by 256 just to see if I could come up with an even number. That would tell me that if it was an even number with no decimals, then that would tell me that that's how many water wheels were not pulling their weight, or I misfigured by that number of water wheels, and the number I came up with was exactly 42. Can you believe it? The answer to life, universe, and everything. So when I saw that, that told me that, okay, so 42 water wheels are disconnected from the system. But I can't for the life of me figure out where they are. There's shafts everywhere. Shafts are connected to everything. So something is off. I don't know what. I mean, it's 10,000 stress units out of 300,000. I mean, I'm not going to stress about it too much, but it's annoying. So I don't know where they're at. I don't know where the disconnect is. Literally, there's a disconnect somewhere. Don't know where, whatever. But anyway, what I'm thinking is, let's get up to the top. I'll show you what's going on. Overhead, you saw that from the jump cut, or from the time lapse. So I think next time, we're not going to do it this time, but next time we're going to cap it. We're going to put something on top and make it look all purty. Now that's probably going to involve tearing this mountain down. In fact, I might have to do that off camera just to kind of preface. Oh, there's the tree. Let's go cut down another jungle tree. We might have to do that just to start the game out, just to start the video out. But that'll be next time, and then we can finally, cap this thing and start working on a factory. Now the factory will do things like other things we haven't even covered yet, like grinding stones and making other kinds of blocks, taking one kind of block and making other kinds of blocks, and it's going to make all kinds of great stuff, I think. We just need the power to do it. Okay, is that right? Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, so let's go there and cranky, cranky, cranky. Okay, so now... Okay, now squat. Yep, there we go. Come on. You can do it. What is it doing? Okay, come on now. Is it this stuff? Why is it having such an issue? I may be totally misunderstanding what these things are capable of doing, but it should still cut down a jungle tree, right? Come on. Wow, this is interesting. Never had that happen. It's like, what is it doing? I swear. What the hell is it doing?
It was at this moment our hero knew he'd up.
Whoops, what's going on? What the heck was that? What is going on here? Okay, we're gonna head back home. I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, I think I'm about to die. What the heck is going on here? Was I seriously dying of hunger? Well, okay, let's try this again. Because I do believe I almost died of hunger? Could that be? And I just didn't have the energy to turn the crank? Yeah, that's totally what it was. I didn't have the energy to turn the crank. Holy cow. Because I was almost dead from hunger. I swear. Okay, I think everything's stable now that we're out of harm's way and we've gotten our belly full of food. And I'm not paying attention. I'm gonna have to look back at that. I'm gonna have to look back at that recording and see if I did indeed let it get to the point where I was starving. I've never had that happen, ever. Anyway, so yeah, that concludes this part of the construction of this power plant. Like I said, next time I'll get the materials together and we will start working on the cap, and then we'll be thinking about where the factory will go and what specifically will be in it and what we'll do with it, and we'll go from there. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao.